All right, if you're just tuning in, we have the Coyote Bandits here from Riverside, California, and we just heard their track, Trouble Down, actually an acoustic version of it. It's powerful, guys. It seems like you guys are very tight-knit. You guys know where you guys are going. You guys work very well together, and you guys feed off each other, it seems like. You guys are having fun. You know, I wanted to start, jumping up and down, screaming, basically worshiping you guys. So how long, I know you said Michael just joined not too long ago. How long have the rest of you guys been together? How long has the Coyote Bandits been the Coyote Bandits?
Well, it started off with just Sterling and I. We met at La Sierra, and we were just like, "Do you like this band?" "Oh yeah, I like this band." You like this kind of music?" "Oh yeah, dude, that's what I like too." And then we just like hit it off. And,
friends forever.
Yeah, we were actually walking between two buildings, and it was like 500 feet between the two. And within that 500 feet, we had already decided that we were gonna get together and play some music that night.
Dang, you guys just locked eyes.
It was important.
Locked eyes. I think I see like a necklace that has a half a heart on each of you, and then you guys put it together.
I try not to show
best
that.
friends.
Sorry, people get the wrong impression. It's okay. It's okay.
So how long ago was this?
This is about
2 years.
2 years?
2 or 3 years.
Jaylene was also she
Oh, yeah,
joined that evening. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I was a later addition by
Damn.
like 5 hours.
And then the rest, Scotty and Doug.
Scott's been in it the longest.
I came in
Yeah.
like later that year.
Yeah. So he's recorded on our album, and these guys came in this year.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Sweet. So, how would you guys describe your sound? Who do you associate yourself most with?
I'd say folk, blues. When we first started playing, we were doing a lot of bluegrass, but we kind of moved away from that. What else do you think? Just folk blues, right?
Yeah, roots music.
Roots music,
Americana. I don't know.
So, if a record label approached you guys and said, "Define your music," what genre are you under? You would say
The
Good
best music on your album.
the best.
Exactly.
Whatever you want.
No, whatever you want, just take us, all right? Just take us, all right? So,
But we're not desperate or anything.
no, we're not desperate. No, please. So who writes the most? How does?
You-
Sterling and I write the most,
Yeah.
and then we incorporate everything. We get everyone's opinions and inputs and stuff, right?
Nice. So take us a little through your writing process. Let's just say, just like with Trouble Down or the next tracks.
Well,
you guys
it all
will-
depends, because like Sterling's wrote full songs and then shown them to us. I've wrote full songs and showed them to the guys, or sometimes we'll just sit down and, hey, check out this riff, and we'll just come up with a whole song just like in the evening. Or sometimes it takes like months.
Nice.
It all depends.
So now, what about? Do you guys ever deal with writer's block? I mean, it's kind of a dumb question. You probably.
Oh, yeah,
Everyone
definitely.
deals with
I
writer's. So
think
how
everyone
do you deal with writer's block?
Inspiration, I think, is a really big part of writing music. If you get inspired, you just pump songs out just like that.
Yeah.
What about you?
Actually, whenever I get writer's block, I just listen to like a lot of recordings of Allen Ginsberg. I don't know why, but that just does it for me. Or Woody Guthrie, just
Oh,
like
yeah,
the
Woody
old
Guthrie.
folk singers. I just think they have so much power in what they're doing. Comes out.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
definitely.
Or going to like a concert where you really can dig the music. Just you see them up there and you're like, oh yeah, I wanna do that too, and you just write.
Yeah. Now, how about? I know you said one of the key words that I want to get into is inspiration. I love hearing what inspires people. What are your guys' greatest sources of inspiration, both musically and in life?
I think for me, I mean, like, my music, for the most part, is kind of about a search to find some sort of meaning, God, and kind women. So, just looking for those things. If I can get that and a dog, I'll be fine. That's all I need.
Dang. You do look like a dog lover.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you just love those. For me, my family, my friends, relationships. God is a big part of my life as well. Yeah. What about you, Jalen?
Yeah. What they said. I don't know. I don't write music very much, but I don't know. Like I said, I'm classically trained, so I am kind of moving into this genre a little bit. So yeah, listening to a lot of the older folk and just really trying to get into that era, I think really helps a lot. And
Yeah.
you know, moving out of being homeschooled kind of gives you lots of new ideas.
Man, I can relate. I'm like, I feel exactly what you're feeling right now, you know?
Everything is new.
It's just, homeschoolers are connected, you know? For those homeschoolers listening, we are one. We are connected.
We are one.
Do you see me?
I see you.
I see you. How about Scotty and Doug and Mike, what inspires you guys, or who inspired? What are the greatest sources of inspiration for you guys?
Well, for me, like, I'm all about kind of like instrumental music. Like, my favorite guitarist, Steve Vai, hands down. He's like the coolest guy ever to me. And, you know, most of his music is instrumental. So a lot of like licks that I play or inspirations come out of guys from his genre, like Joe Satriani, even Yngwie Malmsteen, these kind of guys. Mostly 80s based.
Nice.
Like love Eddie Van Halen, all those guys.
Nice.
White Snake, all that stuff.
Nice.
Passion, oh man, any kind of nature, just anything when there's no man-made stuff around, like the ocean especially, oceans and mountains, like that's all I need. Some sunshine, some friends, some coffee, tea, just anything like that. Just
I
I'm
love
good to
this
go.
guy, man. I love this guy, man.
Tell me what you want to name your
Latte.
kids.
Oh, what I want to name?
No, then it's set in stone.
Oh man, you can't.
Yeah, and
Okay,
then,
okay.
Then
Tell
you'll
them
turn
maybe.
away any woman that doesn't want to name their kid.
Well, if there's any woman out there that wants their kids named like Ocean, River, and Lake,
Get here to
Call-
the
call
studio
us.
right now, and
out
Doug
our
will be
Facebook.
waiting
Right
for you.
there.
He's there. We'll hook you up.
You know, for me, I hear music, I think, a lot, well, very differently than everyone else hears it. But mostly, yeah, God is a big part of my life also. But for music, anything that I can listen to, really, I really am inspired by a lot of instrumental music, a lot of composed pieces, Vivaldi, Bach, any of those.
Nice.
But I guess because I hear my music in beats instead of hearing it in melodies, which is why I'm not the best singer. But, you know, I just hear... And, like, anything that I could really make a beat to, I mean, I can do that walking down the street whenever, you know, and so I guess that makes people think I have, like, ADD because I'm always, like, moving around, but it's cool.
No, I love that. What I've been listening to a lot is a lot of film scores lately, you know?
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
just so inspiring because it's crazy how these people and these composers can paint these pictures with just music and tell a story, you know? And that's what I love, you know? So now that we've heard your inspirations and a little bit about it, we're going to go ahead and listen to another song from you guys. I know this next song, I believe, is The Traveler. If you guys want to give us a little insight on The Traveler before we jump in, do you want to just jump into it and tell us after? What best fits you guys?
Well, this song, The Traveler, is a song that Christian wrote, and it's about his time hitchhiking to Hawaii and then to the moon.
Wow, and you're alive.
Yeah.
And wow.
A lot of people pick
Yeah.
up hitchhikers on
A
their
lot
way
of
to the moon.
hitchhikers that way.
Let's do this.
Oh, I was once told I must pull on a line through carnal and soul and the suffers of time. I'm holding my heart, though it's clearly not mine. Devoured by demons, revived by divine. Oh, 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 oh,
I'm keeping distracted, I can't seem to sleep. And time is a master that everyone meets. If freedom is folly, if pain is defeat, then finish me now so I may be complete.
Broken down, but I'm still standing up. Oh, 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 oh,
Hold on. You guys just took me to the mountains around a campfire, holding my best friends in arms, and just singing that song, just owing it out, you know?
Bringing people together.
Bringing, you know? So I get that vibe, too, of, like, very organic feel to it. And I know Doug was saying that he's inspired by nature and whatnot, and I know we already talked about inspiration. I love talking about it. So there's a few more things that I'd love to learn about you guys and your inspirations. Where do you guys go, or what do you guys do to get inspired? Is there any specific place? I know Doug probably, because he's a nature guy, he probably has a specific place that he just goes to find that inspiration. Do you guys go to a place? Is there something you guys do?
Sterling lives in the backyard.
I do. I live in a tent in our backyard. I have a room, but I chose to live outside.
Wow, really?
I don't know. I was getting a little bit claustrophobic inside.
Really?
For real, there wasn't enough light, and I just like started to
Yeah,
freak
his
out.
house is real dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. For me, like I spent a year as a 6th grade teacher on the island of Micronesia, which is out in the Pacific near Guam, and so for me that was an inspirational time to see people who didn't have the things that I had here, and I think that that's always been a huge thing of inspiration is to use music in a way to benefit others, in a way to help the world, and I think that that's partially why we all chose to play and why we're together and why we're so tight. I think that really helps.
Yeah, definitely. For me, I guess. Well, like I said before, whenever you go to like see someone else play, I always get inspired. So whenever I want to like really get inspired, I'll go like to a concert or to a show or something and watch them and get pumped. And go to an open mic or something. You know, sometimes there's not really good people there, but I mean, at least they're trying, and you can get inspired by that too. Yeah.
I get inspired by Christian.
I get inspired by your hair.
It's a mutual
That's
relationship.
the nicest thing anybody said to me.
Are those tears? Are those tears?
They are. They're. I'm just a sensitive guy.
I can see it.
Trying
Dog
to write some
lover.
songs.
Dog lover. Now let's talk a little bit about musicians that you feel have the greatest impact, and I like to play this little game called I called it Survivor Musician Edition. So if you guys had to pick 3 musicians to join you on the Survivor Island,
musicians.
what's the first one that comes to mind? Or it could be, let's see, I guess it could be an artist or a band too. But let's talk about musicians, artists, bands, and if you had to have them join you.
Well, I guess since we're like mainly folk based, I'd say the father of folk, Bob Dylan, right?
Yeah, or Pete Seeger. I would just
Seeger.
I would sleep at his feet. I would listen to the words that came out of his dreams. Uncomfortable. Who else?
That's
Who
real
else?
poetic.
Thanks, man. No, you know, like when we started playing, I always wanted to be in a folk band. I grew up with like folk music, Pete Seeger, Bob Dylan, Phil Oakes, Woody Guthrie, all those people.
Yeah.
And this like style has kind of been blowing up recently, and I didn't know about
like,
these
Mumford &
bands.
Sons are like super huge now.
Yeah, so we kind of sound like we kind of sound like some of those new bands, but like we didn't ever listen to them to start. I mean, now it is, but I don't know. There was something in the air that everybody was trying to get back to their roots, I guess.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
No.
Who else? Who would you put on that island?
Noah Gunderson. I really like
Oh
him.
yeah, he's
good.
cool.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's from Seattle.
Nice.
Elliott Smith.
Oh,
One of my
Elliott
favorite
Smith.
artists.
Of course.
Who would I put?
Anyone else want to
Yeah,
throw
what
a
about-
name
what
out
about
there?
yours?
I'm kind of going from the folk era, but getting out of that. But I guess
Careful.
I don't know. So yeah, messing things up, getting too excited.
Getting too anxious,
Um,
and nervous.
I really like Frank Sinatra, but
Oh, yeah.
that's
Oh,
like
I would not hang out
I
with
wouldn't.
him.
I don't know. I don't know if I would actually want to hang out with him because I feel like that would just be like a time of being drunk and
Yeah.
getting hit on. But I love him.
My mom met Dean Martin when she was young, and she like sailed through all these islands. She was on an island, and Dean Martin showed up in his boat, and he's like, "You are one pretty hippie girl."
So you could possibly be Dean Martin's son. Is that what you're saying? The plot thickens. The
I
plot
hope she's not
thickens.
listening. I'm not gonna comment on that.
Hey, you know who I think we'd all agree on? Would be Eddie Vedder. Can
Oh,
we put-
Eddie Vedder, yeah.
Can we put Eddie
From
Vedder
Pearl
on that?
Jam?
Yeah.
But he's doing some great
This
stuff
is way more
nowadays.
than 3, but that's okay.
We're taking them all.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
party.
Let's 3
We'll take
each
'em.
person.
3.
It's gonna be Music Island.
The Music Island, there you go.
Music Island.
Well, let's go ahead and take a quick break. For those of you listening, all groups and artists featured on Lunchtime Live are selected by an independent group of students and staff from California State University State San Bernardino. And if you are an artist or band or you know of one who should be playing or speaking with us on Coyote Radio, write to us at crmusic@csusb.edu. Stick around. We'll continue our interview right after this.